Dear viewers, after 8 months we are back hale and hearty. We hope you too are hale and hearty amidst this pandemic. We all are fighting this pandemic with perseverance. A number of lives were lost to this pandemic throughout the world. We mourn these losses and pay homage to every person who died of this pandemic. We wish speedy recovery to every novel COVID-19 patient and hope that the people do not lower their guard in fighting this pandemic. Although the pandemic has not left us, but we are past the first critical stage. It disturbed the whole human ecosystem, but since all living beings are resilient, we are slowly picking up our daily lives, and here we are with our fresh episode of Kashmir University Video Digest Quest. In this episode, we thought it pertinent to start a fresh episode with the interview of Vice Chancellor Professor Talat Ahmed regarding the past 8 months, how the university coped with this pandemic, what steps it took to fight this pandemic, and how the faculty taught its students. Here is the interview with the Vice Chancellor that we conducted. Sir, how far has Kashmir University been successful in fighting COVID crisis, and how did the university contribute to the society in general?
Kashmir University has done significantly well to take care of the COVID crisis. Definitely we could do lots for the society as well. So for example, that our biotechnology department gave our very sophisticated machines to SCIMS, for this COVID test, and many of our students and faculty members went there to train people as well as to run themselves, all the analysis that was being done, and then slowly they could train lots of local people from the SCIMS and other colleges. So it was from that angle, I think Kashmir University has contributed, and the more important thing also is that we allowed them to have a Corona center in our Zakura campus. Exactly. So because that was a requirement of the society as well as the administration wanted, though it was a very difficult situation where lots of people were coming and they were tested and they had to be quarantined. So we had this campus Corona center in Zakura, where I feel, and as I understand from the people who stayed there and our wardens and the provost and the local non-teaching staff of the university and the Karamcharis, they were very helpful to the patients. I don't know whether I should call them patients or just those people who were quarantined. And the environment there was very beautiful because it's an open area, very beautiful campus. So they enjoyed, and at the same time, most of them, they successfully completed their quarantine and they left. So we were also appreciated by the local authorities as well as people of the valley that the Kashmir University could do whatever they could. And we were, even our research scholars, we allowed them to go there and stay in the hostel, in the SCIMS, and be available 24 hours in rota basis. So Kashmir University, whatever was possible, we have done. And we are satisfied with what we could do.
Sir, what about the other usual functioning of the university, be it teaching or non-teaching activities? What do you think? Will it be back to normal anytime soon now?
We have already allowed our research scholars and all the research activities to start. Particularly all the science faculty labs are on now for the research scholars, although social distancing as well as SOPs, issued by the government. Yes. And at the same time, where there was less need of going to the labs, people were able to use the library facilities. And also teaching was going very regularly, even depending upon the time that was off the slot also. Like some people have done one sitting in the morning and another in the evening. So that flexibility was there. And as I understand from many of the researchers and teachers, that they could do lots of paper writing, for example, okay, research papers. I also, I could get lots of time, and I'm very happy that I could also contribute some 3 papers with my research students during this pandemic. So from that angle, yes, it was useful, although definitely there were difficulties, but we could do. And as I understand that we did good teaching as much as possible, we did, as well as to conduct the exams well in time. Okay, so we are going to have the benefit. In fact, when we had this first meeting, when we had this COVID, I told the teachers and all the deans and all that we should try to do the best and try to use it, for the benefit of the students. And also use it as an opportunity, because we were running late. Many semesters were running late. So we sandwiched some of the semesters to first finish the teaching and take exams all together. So that way we could save time. So we are now planning that wherever we were otherwise, like we were running at least a year late or maybe 8 or 9 months late, but inshallah from next year, academic year, we are going to have the regular mode of at least admissions.
Exactly.
Okay, so that way it was we could benefit from this problem.
Sir, since COVID is here to stay for some time, what measures are being taken by the university to meet academic deadlines and bring back academic calendar?
We were always doing this till last year, October or something it used to come, and then it used to be dragged till November also many times. So we were at least 6 months behind. Okay, but this year, because of this pandemic, we could do two batches, in the sense one is already the admission is over and then the classes are on now, and the other one we plan to do in March. So the batch which is 2017 batch which will pass out, and they will get admission in the scheduled time as it used to be earlier. So from that angle, I think this was a boom for the university to overcome the difficulty of late semesters and late examinations. Similarly, we have also brought lots of examination reforms. Okay, so people were given chance. So many times you can see that there were difficulties, like I know that you will talk about the 2G problem.
Yes, sir.
That also we anticipated for the big exams, entrance exam for admissions.
Yes.
Rather than having all the exams in Kashmir University main campus, we distributed it all over the valley and even in Jammu, for example. So those people, they don't have the, say our 2 or 3 teachers and other non-teaching staff will go to different centers in North Kashmir or South Kashmir or our campuses, so that hundreds of students don't have to come to the campus.
Exactly.
So, and then at the same time, we could maintain the social distancing at all these centers. So, which has been appreciated by the people, by the students, and at the same time, we could do very successfully. MashaAllah, there was no problem even with the COVID on. We had special facilities for the COVID candidates in case if they are there, we had separate rooms for them in all centers.
Okay,
so that way, see, university has done excellently well in terms of handling this COVID situation, and at the same time, there was no casualty. That was very important, and we could do everything well in time, so there was no delays. So I feel that from that angle we have been quite successful.
Sir, still as COVID crippled the whole administration, but still you were able to bring in people, limited number of people, of non-teaching and teaching staff to the university for some functioning. How was it possible? How did you manage to do that?
See, when they see that the Vice Chancellor comes at 10 o'clock and leaves at least 5, 6 o'clock, okay, and then I don't force everybody that everybody has to be there, but they have to come in rotation.
Yes.
Okay. So, we had some sort of arrangement where at different levels people used to be there, at least 30% for some cadre, 100% for like for registrar and deans and all, they have to be there. Okay. Similarly, most of the work was being done, and they have been done very efficiently because there was no pressure also, that lots of visitors and this and that was very, very limited. But at the same time, our doors were open. If there is some problem with somebody and they want to come, they have come and met, and we have tried to address those. So, I think the university has done quite well, although there were some cases also where some of our non-teaching staff, they came in the office and they were declared COVID.
Yes.
Okay. So, then we had to close down that section and given the quarantine to the staff, but other centers or other parts of the administration, they could continue doing.
Yes.
So, somehow if I see that the work that was being done in the regular days, this is now more efficiently being done, because those people who will come, they don't have to go anywhere, they have to sit and do their work.
Exactly, sir.
Okay.
Sir, Kashmiri University has been very effectively delivering online classes, but still there is a need of an online platform, especially an app of the university wherein students easily interact with their teachers and have a very smooth interaction. Do you think Kashmir University is going to do that very soon?
We have already done, our ITSS has developed a app which is very, very interactive. And we also had, because we know that many times in certain part of the valley, there was closed down or the internet was snapped.
Yes,
but what we did is in this, that in addition to the regular teaching, all the teaching material was uploaded on the web. So, if somebody because of one or the other reason could not attend the classes, could download everything, go through, and if required, they were able to talk to the teachers if there is any clarification required. So, that was done especially keeping in mind the difficulties of internet in the valley. So, that way I don't have any doubt that we could do better than that. In addition to our own app, there are also apps available from Zoom and WebEx and everything. So, we have been using all these facilities. So, and then obviously, we could also monitor the attendance, because it is very important to see that the students do attend.
Yes, sir.
Okay, until unless there is some real difficulty, that also be addressed. At the same time, when we did examinations, and then there was, because of one or the other reason, if somebody missed, for few students we have conducted exams, so that nobody loses because of this pandemic situation.
Sure, sir. Sir, the crisis has turned into opportunities, and opportunity is to enroll students from across the world and teach them online. Did Kashmir University witness any such?
Actually, I am happy to say that we did some sort of globalization. First of all, our AMMRC and other departments, they have developed MOOC course in which you can have people from all over.
Yes, sir.
They did some course, they ran some course on Indian government and politics, for example. Another they did is computer algorithms. Okay, and then there were students from all over the world, about 5,000 and 3,000 students got registered. So, from that angle, Kashmir University, they could make some dent on the global students, and they could get many of the students got attracted. Okay. Similarly, we are also doing some of the courses in which our students are taking courses on the MOOCs, some 20%, okay, where we have produced the MOOC courses which is being taken by all the universities from different parts of the country. So, from that angle, yes, we could do lots of such thing.
Exactly.
But obviously and then the university is always open to have foreign students and foreign teachers, okay, which when the situation comes to normal, we will definitely have again these students, so that will help us also for our ranking and for other requirements, for academic excellence and also exchange.
Sir, Kashmir University had been continuously doing webinars, seminars on different online platforms. Will we be continuing this technology, or once the pandemic is done, we'll shift back to the next?
See, the thing is, even now we have some. Yesterday also we had a Kashmir department seminar in which we had both physical as well as online.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, others. So we are actually encouraging people to go online in terms of web seminars. Okay. But at the same time, if some people want to sit and attend, they should be also given a chance.
Sir, the entrance test was held successfully, but this year the whole academic session was disrupted, which means exams for forthcoming and previous batches will be pushed further.
We tried to combine semesters, 2 semesters, first finish all the teaching,
Yes.
then go for examination. So that if you go in a regular mode of first teaching, then examination, then teaching and examination, then you will require more time. We wanted to use this situation now, this pandemic situation, to also get back to the normal schedule of the university, which we have been lagging behind for quite many years.
Yes.
So, as I said, and then at the same time, we are also now contemplating to have a possibility of improving upon the online classes.
Sir, the University of Kashmir ranks very high at all India level. Do you think that it's leaving the same impressions on local level also?
I think it should be. Normally, because when people from outside Kashmir, they are recognizing our credentials. We are ranking very well. We got very high rank NAC grading, and we got big support from the MHRD. Okay, some 50 crores as a special package for the university to improve upon our research and teaching activities. So we want that all the people should know about it, and I am very sure the people in general in the Kashmir Valley and J&K as such, they are very much aware of what is happening in the university, and there have been appreciations. The people understand, and whomsoever I have met, and many times I see articles where people are appreciating that in all these difficult days the university is doing a lot and being recognized all over.
Sir, many universities in our valley or across the country have slashed or waived off fees. Is Kashmir University thinking of slashing some part of the fees?
We are in the process. Actually, we have approached the government because see, this is a government funded university. As it is compared to other institutions in the valley, our fees is minimal.
Yes.
But still, we have approached the government that we want to give some sort of relaxation to the students because of the problem, and give them some sort of concessions in fees, even to give fees in different so many installments. Okay, so we are aware of it, and we are trying to do so that, because see, the University of Kashmir or any government university is not there to do business. We are there to serve people, to give knowledge to the society, to train the youngsters, give them the best in terms of their career perspectives. So fees and all will be coming. We are trying to do as much as possible so that nobody stops reading or learning or education because of dearth of money. We have also put some funds together to help such students who are unable to pay fees. Okay, and many of these students are really deserving students we have helped, and we have approached the government. We are very much convinced that we will be allowed to, at least during this pandemic period, we will give some concession to the students.
Sir, when online classes were going on, there are still some part of the society or some part of the students who could not afford a smartphone to attend online classes. How did University of Kashmir come and rescue for them?
I have already taken, with the help of our colleagues, some decisions. Because we have budget for all the departments. Many of the things which was collected, or we have allocated funds, say for example, to go for field work or to go for picnic and this and that. So I said that during this pandemic nobody can go to picnic, nor they can go for field work. So if that money can be used by buying tabs and by buying smartphones, okay, there are also always cheaper things available. Make it a library of these and issue these to the students or teacher whosoever wants, and then get it back once they finish their use. So many of the department has done that, and we have been very successful in that, most of the students, even where there are difficulties of internet, we have also put all the coursework in the form of this pen drives. And people have taken it from the different departments, and people have used. So that was the maximum we could do, to use our resources, and those students who are not having this modern gadgets like iPhone or these tabs, we have tried to help them. Okay.
Yes. Sir, in the end, a message for the teaching and non-teaching staff and the students of the university.
My message will be that we are doing the best we could, and the administration and all the teachers and all the researchers, they are doing their best. The students should put all their time, because there is not much activity because of the pandemic, to do their best. Don't lose time by doing something else which is not going to be helpful for them. Yes. This is a time where they can actually take full advantage and concentrate on their studies, concentrate on their research. Yes. As I told you, that from the pandemic time, before pandemic, I was not so productive. Okay, as you know that Vice Chancellor's position has lots of things to do. But still I could find time, because I don't have to run around, go for this meeting or that meeting. So when I could produce 3 papers in during this period, okay, I am very sure the younger students and researchers, they will be able to do much more than me. Yes, sir. Okay, so my message will be for the teachers: put your best, do the best teaching you can from the given facilities that we have. At the same time, try to write papers, try to write projects, so that the university is known by their work. Okay, and for the students, that this is the time is short, the teaching will be very crisp, but at the same time we need that you should have enough knowledge. So you should learn everything that is being taught, so that tomorrow when you go with the degree, at least you have that much knowledge which is required to be a graduate or postgraduate. Yes.
We hope all students have got answers to many of their queries. Dear viewers, the university remained active from the past couple of months. A number of events took place during these months. In the coming episodes, we will present detailed reports of these events. Here are a few glimpses of the events that took place, which we are following in the coming episodes. Starting with Center for Sheikhul Alam Studies organized seminars on analytical analysis of Sheikhul Alam's poems and Rishi Sufi traditions of Kashmir. The Directorate of Distance Education organized lectures on Urdu drama Funny or Fikr Abad. Awareness program on mental health of emerging generations issues, challenges and remedial approaches was held by the Department of Students' Welfare. An All India seminar on critical studies on Kashmiri was also held by the Department of Kashmiri. That's all for today's episode. Log on to our website emrcsrinagar.org, where you can check the latest episode of Quest. You can also watch it on our YouTube channel, that is KU Television. Signing off with the thought of the week. We should not be looking for heroes, we should be looking for good ideas.